the other night, it felt really good to see hardcore fans filming us because, for one thing, it really makes you, how do you say, feel energized and really want to show the fan that's filming you, you know, how fired up you are to be performing this particular Metallica song for them and to have them right there documenting it. And it's more like, it's a little more heartfelt, I think, than just some guy who doesn't know the band, you know, kind of doing his job. I think you can feel the energy from the person filming. That's the way I felt the other night. It's exciting for us, for sure. You know, I think it actually makes us work a little harder and play a little more intensely. Not to say that we don't, but it's like you get so far into a tour. We're over a year of touring. It's inspiring to have that and have that kind of energy in front of us. And I'm sure it's going to be probably some of the best live footage that Metallica's seen in a long time, just because of what the fans are going to put into it. And I'm excited. I think we did some good work with, you know, you guys the other night, and I'm sure these next few nights are going to be just as great.
When you were playing with Ozzy, you didn't have to do so much press and interview stuff. Well, how do you deal with that right now? How does it feel?
Getting into the Metallica situation, it's like going to the opposite end of the spectrum where you have a lot of responsibility, and you know, obviously you've got probably more press than almost any other band. One of the things about Metallica is we always try to really cater to our fans and cater to, you know, the mags and just really throw it out there and let people know that we care. And that's why we have one of the best fan clubs in the world, if not the best fan club in the world, because the band cares. So it's a lot of work, but it's actually, it feels good and very rewarding.
Okay. I saw you also today on the stage before the audience came in. You were jamming about half an hour or something like that, checking out settings or whatever. Do you find hard to, or do you have to put a lot of you into what you are doing to stay in sync with other guys or with the thing that you're doing?
Well, basically, this is a rare occasion. You know, we're here in Copenhagen. We've got 5 shows in the same venue, so it's very rare that you have the opportunity to have your equipment set up for this many days. And to be honest, with some of the bases, we've been having some problems with getting the sound. So today was a great opportunity to actually get with Big Mick, our sound man, and find out what can make those basses better. You know, bringing up the mids, reducing the lows, just trying to make these adjustments so that these basses will sound better for the show, you know. When you're playing over 2 hours of music and at least for me, I'm rotating about 15 different instruments into the set. It's, you know, we play sometimes over 18 songs, and some of the instruments don't hold up as well as others. So today was a perfect opportunity to make some adjustments, and hopefully we'll be doing it the next couple of days. But it's very rare that we're in one location this many days, so this is a great time to fine-tune, so to speak. But this isn't something that I regularly do. Usually it's just like, you know, you roll in a couple hours before, get your press going and everything, but this was good today, and I thought we got good results, and hopefully tomorrow we'll get the same.
Okay. Are there any other pluses or minuses of being 5 days in the same place?
You know, I think it's all good. I mean, one of the great things, one of the pluses, obviously, is that this is Lars's stomping ground, his home turf, so to speak, and that in itself makes it special. It's a special occasion for him. It's a special occasion for Metallica, because as everybody knows, a lot of what Metallica is about has come from Denmark and come from, I mean, not just Denmark, but Scandinavia, and a lot of the influences that surround the band sort of originated on this turf and in Lars's brain and his mind. And one of the things I feel is that it's always special when you play places where there's the history, you know, whether it's the band having recorded here and spent a lot of time here, members being born here, or even like in Los Angeles. For me, it's obviously interesting and special because it's where I'm from, and it's also special for Metallica because, you know, it's where, you know, James and Lars met, and Dave Mustaine, and helped create the early stages of Metallica, you know, whether it's Kill 'Em All or Ride the Lightning, and then obviously, and then there's the transition where suddenly they're in the Bay Area and they're getting together with Cliff and of course Kirk. So to me, Copenhagen in Denmark is an important phase of this journey, which has, you know, other cities in the mix too. Okay. And that's very special. So it's an honor and a privilege to be playing on the soil of Copenhagen, and the fans have been great.
Okay. You are also altering the set list each night. Are we going to hear something special during these 5 shows? Because, you know, 5 shows in one place, that's a lot. How much, or how much new stuff or unexpected stuff is going to be there?
As you know, as everyone knows, Lars really instigates what we're going to play and initiates at least the idea of what we should do. And I had some ideas for these 5 shows that I shared with the band, and I feel fortunate that it has been addressed, and we're going to be actually attempting some of that. You know, sometimes you can't always get what you wish for, but you know, you can get some of it. I'm still trying to get the guys to play Frayed Ends of Sanity, so okay. That may take a while, and I don't think you'll hear it here. But
okay, how do you feel technically? Well, when, let's say, Lars says, "Okay, let's throw Phantom Lord in tonight."
Oh, I feel good. I feel good now. 5 years ago, 4 years ago, whatever, I would have been like, "Oh, shit," you know. When I first joined the band, it was so overwhelming because I had to learn all the songs off Saint Anger, and this is material that the band had never played as a band because it was recorded like straight onto, you know, to tape. So it was a challenge for me to learn that material. And then on top of that, to learn this back catalog that ranged well over 20 years. And at the time, they hadn't really been messing around a lot with stuff from Kill 'Em All so much. It was always edited. And then all of a sudden, we go into our first batch of shows at the Fillmore, and it's like, let's play Phantom Lord tonight, you know? It's like, Phantom Lord, oh, shit. Because they give me a list, and it wasn't on the list. And I said, here's an A list, here's a B list, here's a C list. And I started getting songs from, you know, you ask one guy, he says, oh, we're not going to play that. No, we're not going to play that. We're not going to play that. And all of a sudden you ask another guy, and he's like going, you know, we might play that. And then, you know, it's just somebody had a different view of what the set was going to always be, and it was never on the same page. So I ended up kind of getting myself in a situation where I was playing a lot of obscure material, stuff that I didn't expect to play. So in a way, there's something special about that to me because, to be honest, those Fillmore shows were like truly rehearsals. As people may or may not know, when Metallica gets really busy, the rehearsals become a little less than probably most bands would expect because, again, because of the press load and the photo sessions and everything that goes into the mix. And then you've got your families, too, so you try to kind of take care of everything. And sometimes the rehearsals get cut a little more than they should. Now that we've been a band for a long time and we've played, you know, everything from the Master of Puppets album in its entirety and, you know, most of Kill 'Em All and Ride the Lightning, we're in a lot better shape than we were. So I'm not intimidated by any of the material anymore, thank God. I mean, I've got the guys playing Dyer's Eve now on a regular rotation. We're playing songs like My Apocalypse, and it's really a lot of fun. And hopefully we get, again, some more of the inactive material in there too. You know, I love songs like Orion and Call It Cthulhu and stuff like this. So we'll see.
Okay, how did you exactly technically learn these songs? Do you went through tabs or do you listen to CDs or?
Everything. When I first joined the band, I had the books. I mean, literally. It's funny because not only did I have the books, like I remember Kirk having the books and James, James even. Some of the songs that hadn't been played in such a long time, it's like, wait, what note was that? Was that, A flat or or a A or whatever, So actually, the notes, your books offer you, your answers sometimes. So I kind of had everything in the mix. Even like sometimes for live arrangements, you've got to refer back to what the band did in 1986 or whatever. So sometimes it's good to reference old material. I'm the one guy in the band where I have a CD of everything. I've got CDs from every show that we've done as a band almost, or at least the ones that sounded good. That way I'm always kind of up to date with what we're going to do, because some songs are edited. Like if we play a song like Trapped Under Ice, maybe a good chunk of the time we played it full arrangement, and then now we're playing a slightly edited arrangement. So it's always good to have an updated version of like a song like Trapped Under Ice or whatever. And so I'm the type of person that has a lot of information with me when I'm trying to learn something. And that way it makes less time with James or something. Like I don't have to ask, show me this song. It's just like, show me this note, or whatever. I end up showing him the note now, So it's all balancing out well now, and we're doing a lot better than we were.
So it's at the moment it's really cool with all the families and everything.
At the moment, everybody's vibing really well. We've got some fun stuff planned. Not related to the music, but more like related to the families. Yesterday was my son's birthday, and the Hetfield family came out. We went to Tivoli. Some of the crew was there. We had a really great lunch and went on all the rides and had a really great time together.
Did your son get pied as well?
Did he what?
Did he get pied?
Thank God he didn't get pied. But it's funny because one of the guys in the crew got pied the other night, and I saw all the crew with these pies, and I go, no, they're not going to pie my son. He's 4 years old, man. And so someone else ended up getting it, but maybe next year.
When the tour is over, what's next?
Well, we're already working on ideas for new material. We have our tuning room, so there's always some sort of jamming going on. I always say that Hetfield is a riff machine. Comes with ideas, like he turns a knob and there's a great idea. So there's no shortage of new song ideas. I think everybody will be working towards their kind of their creative side and developing, parts for songs, and also enjoying the time off.
I have to say thank you for the opportunity to be here and to be a part of the filming crew. So that's a lifetime opportunity for all of us.
We really appreciate our fans. We appreciate our fan club and how hard you guys work in supporting us, because we feed off that. And there's a demand that's been created for Metallica still after all these years and all these different phases of the band's existence. So we feel honored and privileged that we've got a fan base that really cares about us, and we can keep making music and be motivated to make music. It's like it's gotten, in the last year or two, it's just seemed to have exploded on all fronts, with even new members, young members, older members discovering the band. So a lot of good has happened for us, and we feel very fortunate, and we're excited to continue this journey. And me personally, I feel like Death Magnetic is the launch pad into even more, and it's like only the first step into more things that we can do musically and also for the stage. So there's a lot of good things coming up for the future. So we'll be with you for another few years.